Hi, I'm Tori.
I'm Greta.
I'm Rachel.
All right, now let's.
Wait. And this is Unstable Narrators.
And today we are reading Fourth Wing, Chapter 4. We will probably also be doing Chapter 5.
Girl, you sound so depressed.
I'm really tired.
Well, you decided to start late, so this is on you.
I know it is.
It's okay. We've gotten enough for like several episodes, so you can even run behind now, and I'll still have episodes for the next couple of weeks. Have fun.
Holy shit, that's so
Holy
hard.
that was aggressive.
Hey, you need to make her coffee.
No, I'll be awake all night. I love you.
She needs an espresso martini.
Regularly. True.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna get into chapter 4, and we need to do this now because I need to tell you guys the things that I think.
I
do too. I think we all think the same thing is
So-
going to happen here, and I'm really
Hold up.
curious.
Okay, first of all, the sparring ring is where riders are made or broken. After all, no respectable dragon would choose a rider who cannot defend themselves, and no respectable cadet would allow such a threat to the wing to continue training. Major Afrenda's Guide to the Rider's Quadrant, unauthorized edition.
I love how she's adding things, because we can get an idea of what we're gonna expect from the other people that she interacts with.
Yeah. This is the second unauthorized edition that we've gotten.
I want to read.
I wonder if
read it.
this is, and I will say this is also my thing, unreliable source question mark?
Well, yeah, it's unauthorized.
Unauthorized, unreliable source. So we can't take it at face value.
What I think it is obviously we can't. Okay, so what I think it is it's just one of those like banned books thing, you know?
Oh, like it's, I got what you're saying.
Like we don't want you to read this because we want you to read our stuff. I think it's more of like Fahrenheit 451 type stuff. Like, don't read this because this isn't going to tell you what we want you to think is the truth.
Correct.
This is going to give it to you straight, and we don't want that.
Okay, that's fair. Alright. I take that. Alright. They are in their thing. Oh, we've also forgot when Mira did her whole Mira makeover on Violet.
Yeah.
Violet got an armored corset.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Sexy leathers. Dane approved.
Stop. Disgusting.
So they're reading about riders
I forgot
who
about
die.
that because that becomes like a really big...
It's
a big
important.
thing.
It protects
for
her multiple times throughout this sparring.
Yeah.
Just the sparring alone.
So they're reading the list of riders who have, well, they're not riders, of cadets who have died.
They weren't, look, listen, they weren't even cadets. Like, those were just people.
Yeah, they just fell. She feels very strong sympathies for these fallen strangers.
Because it could have been her.
Well, because
Yes.
Dylan's one of them.
Yeah.
And
Dylan's
yeah,
one of them.
she befriended Lynn.
Dylan!
We're gonna have to make, like, a tribute to Dylan.
Yeah. Everyone's in dorms.
Live Dylan in our hearts forever.
You don't get a room
Live Dylan in our
until
hearts.
you get your flight leathers and you survive threshing.
The fact that she's not supposed to get special treatment as, you know, the general's daughter, but technically it's not allowed for her to have these leathers yet. But
nobody's told her, like,
nobody's
hey, you
said
can't
anything.
wear that.
Yeah, nobody's come up to her and tried to put her in her place, like, cadet, you can't wear that shit, you haven't earned it.
Probably because they all are, like, scared of her mom,
They
to be
probably
honest.
are. Like, who's gonna walk up to this bitch who is a fucking Sorengale and ruin their military career before they even fucking graduate college? Who? Other than Jack. But who?
Jack's a special case, though.
Jack is special needs. I can't stand
Girl.
him.
Then we have Dane says, hope you all ate breakfast. And then
Maybe don't yawn.
sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Get your yawns out and then repeat your sentence. We'll cut this out.
Dane.
No, we won't.
Aw. Dane is good at ignoring her. Or pretending that
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
pretending
know each
she,
other.
like... okay,
For
hold
now.
on. That is crazy talk right there.
For now. That's what Rhiannon says.
Ah!
That Dane is very good. In this moment, Dane is good at pretending she doesn't exist.
He's putting on
For
a facade.
now. For now, he's good at it. For now.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about that. Bonkers.
And then he's like, first years, you should have memorized everything. I put a little note. It's giving Divergent. And then... Like, this really feels like a book about the Dauntless.
You
They
know,
really are the Dauntless. You really liked...
they were talking about the building. Have we gotten that? They're as
I remember the name. Divergent. Fuck.
They're about to go into like the same thing as what happened with God, what's the term for
the choosing ceremony.
No,
No,
I'm not
what
talking
are you
about.
talking
I'm
about?
not talking about Divergent.
What are you
I'm
talking
off
about?
that rail.
Speak your mind, queen.
You know the thing that they had to cross that Jack was chasing her.
Yeah, the parapet.
That's never gonna stay in my mind. But you know how they kept repeating it and repeating it and repeating
Yes,
it?
yes.
It happens again in chapter 4 in regards to the room where like all of the classes, or the building where all of the classes are held.
It does.
I really was like, just please stop. We know what you're talking about, okay?
Yeah.
I
what
suck
I
with
mean.
names. I'm just like, Jesus.
That's what I mean
Yeah.
when she's talking about these rooms that she's in. More than like 2 sentences about the room that she's in, and I'm skipping it. I'm just picturing a white box. I don't picture things in my head, by the way. I say picturing, I don't mean it. I'm a liar. I'm unreliable. I just see words. So when y'all are like over describing these like rooms that you're in, I don't see anything. It does nothing for me. It's a black box in my head. So I would imagine a fucking white room that everybody's just standing in, and then until everybody moves to the next room down the hall, that's just it. That's just it. I focus more on conversations because I feel like in just internal monologues, I'm not focusing on where we're at unless like it's important.
I
like,
get that.
We're in a field fighting. Yeah, we're obviously not going to be in the fucking rotunda learning math.
The rotunda.
The rotunda. My
The
God.
rotunda,
That was
the
it. I
rotunda.
The
forgot that that was
rotunda. My God, we get it. You're in a dome like a bird.
like
Fuck.
a bird.
You know what's okay? You ever look at a bird's cage? That's what a rotunda is.
Yeah. That's crazy.
No.
Shut
Okay.
up, Ashton.
Dane,
I don't need his nerd ass over here correcting me.
Dane delegates getting everyone to class to Sawyer. Sawyer says, we have 20 minutes. Get to class. Don't be late.
And then, hear me out, Dane pulls her aside like a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is where our theories are gonna come in, because then he starts talking about, you know, the lesser magic that they get, because she brings it up, oh, I saw you use magic, like, what are your powers?
Like when he locked the door behind them without touching the door.
Correct. So, what are your powers? And he says,
That's
he
classified.
says, I can see the most recent memories of someone I touched to the like, I'm pretty sure it's to the temples.
I think so.
And this
like
was my
fucking
thought.
professor.
Was,
She's gonna fuck Zayden,
No,
and then
no.
Dane's gonna touch her. That's what I
my
thought.
instant
No.
thought was, we'll
I haven't
probably abuse it on Violet.
He is. He's gonna fucking abuse it. And I have an idea of when he's gonna abuse it first, but we need to get to.
That is not what I thought. I was immediately like...
Well, that's
I
because
was
you're a
immediately
fucking
like-
whore.
That's because you like him.
I'm kidding.
That's because you like him. Secondly, Greta and I thought this because, one, we know that Zayden is the main male lead character. He's the love interest. Two, it's
Zane doesn't hold a candle.
too big of a
It's too big of a
power
reveal.
to not use for selfish reasons, if that makes sense.
This is like the perfect
Yeah.
intelligence.
Correct,
like,
right?
tool.
Like, it's the perfect
Intelligence gathering
interrogation tool.
Like the CIA would love to get their hands on this man.
Mhm.
They'd be foaming at the mouth like feral
Yikes.
to get this man.
But yeah,
That's
when
true.
I heard what his power was, I was like, this is gonna be used on Vi at some point,
But
and
we
I
need
know it will.
to get to so that I can discuss.
Okay.
Now, they do have a tender moment. When he pulls her aside to check on her,
Oh jeez,
he's
here we go again.
very, very concerned. he's like, no one tried to screw with you last night. And then she says, concern creases his forehead, and I fold my arms to keep from smoothing the lines with my fingers. His worry sits on my chest like a stone. She cares a lot about him.
She cares about his opinion.
Yes. And cares a lot about his feelings and all that.
I think she's a bit of a people pleaser too.
Yeah, I could see that.
In some aspects. To certain people, I think.
To certain people, like, she cares very much about what her immediate family thinks of her. She cares very much about what Dane thinks of her, especially because of how much they've, like, known each other growing up. Mm-hmm. And eventually it's gonna extend to the people that she's becoming close with now. Like, I'm sure she's gonna eventually, like, gonna care what Rhiannon thinks of her, what some other characters we haven't met yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Zayden, obviously.
But she doesn't see herself that way.
Mm-hmm. Obviously not. Nobody would want to think themselves as the people pleaser.
Yeah.
But, because it's, I mean, sure, it's a nice trait to have in, like, moderation. Mm-hmm. But to overdo it, you're never gonna please everybody. And that's where you destroy yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
We got
true.
a little reel there.
And then they do, like, a whole you ate right thing, blah, blah, blah. Did you wrap your knee? Blah, blah, blah.
He's like
babying her.
And then
He's
tells
babying
her,
her.
and then he tells her to cut her hair.
Fuck you. I know you guys had the opinion that she should cut her hair anyways, but no! What?
I don't know. I think she should keep her hair just the way it is.
Then
it's nice.
Then she gets mad. I'm gonna keep my hair the way it is. There's a reason women keep it short here, Vi. If someone grabs your hair, my hair is the least of my concerns. I'm just trying to keep you safe. You're lucky I didn't shove you into Captain Fitzgibbon's hands this morning and beg him to take you out of here. And then, she asked him about why our squad was moved. He says, Zayden Ryerson wants you dead. It's common knowledge among the leadership cadre. How do you pronounce that word? Cadre? After yesterday.
I've kind of been reading it as cadre because I say padre instead of father, like a normal person.
And then,
like a normal person,
she takes that as he moved the squad so he has a direct line to me, so he can do whatever he wants and no one will question a thing. I'm his revenge against my mother. And so she's like, shoot, my imagination was not running wild. I clocked that. That is scary. And then he's like, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. And then she's like, there's nothing you can do. And then he says, just keep a low profile. Don't say anything when we're all in battle brief.
You can't tell a nerd to not info dump in a history battle brief.
He says,
you dumbass.
He says, don't stand out in battle brief.
I don't like some of the wording that he says here.
And then she's like,
I don't like the restrictiveness.
And then she's like, Zayden is not going to stab me in the middle of battle brief, which is true.
Correct. Yeah.
And then Dane is like, I wouldn't put it past him. He's fucking ruthless. Violet, why do you think his dragon chose him?
This is where we find out that the Navy one is
Sagel.
Sagel, that's it.
I pronounce it as
Seagull?
No, it's Gale. Yeah,
it's
it is
Gale.
Gale.
With a silent
Gale.
S. Yeah, it's Gale.
Oh, crazy. Gale is adorable.
It is Gale. Sagel is cute, but Gale. Well, Sagel doesn't even make sense.
It's
because
Gale.
there's no G at the end.
Gale is a blue daggertail, and she's vicious. Don't get me wrong.
Gale makes so much sense.
Cass is a nasty piece of work when he gets riled. All red swordtails are. But even most dragons steer clear of Gale. So
notice how it says most.
Most. Not all. Most.
And that gives me an idea of what her dragon's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's a little bit in awe about the fact he's a squad leader. He has this I'm still me. Also, that's where he tells her about the powers. About the memories thing. I think that there's going to be a moment where he reads her mind and sees that she had something happen between her and Zayden.
I think so too, but not the intimacy. Obviously, there's going to be an intimacy
it's going to be
thing,
an intimate moment.
but I think
it'll be spicy.
It's going to be he's going to see something spicy. And it's gonna be
I don't think
complicated.
it's gonna be what was happening in chapter 7.
Realistically, I think I want it to be, like, I know it's gonna be something spicy, but, like, just from, like, not even, like, the romantic side of it, there's something else that I think would happen.
Yeah.
And he's like, now he knows this information. And he's
I
gotta
think
pick
I know what you're
between
talking about,
her
but
and Duty.
I think I know what you're talking about, but
My eye is twitching.
I don't think that that's what it'll be, because it'll be the most recent memory, right?
True, but
So that won't have been recent when that'll happen.
Yeah.
So
And then we find out
it segues.
his signet is classified.
Yeah, military shit.
He's not supposed to tell her.
Well, she's already the general's daughter. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna
she's
assume
gonna
that
find out anyways.
Well,
To be honest here.
even then, she's probably gonna figure out military secrets without people even realizing it, just because she's the general's daughter.
And then she's like, Zayden's uniform didn't have any patches on it.
She clocked that shit.
So that happened.
I really want to know what Zayden's powers are. Well, I already do. Never mind.
We all
Sorry.
do.
We did. We found out. I just forgot that I found out.
For future reference, it does fit him. Like, it makes sense.
It does, and it reminds me of another character that I love in a different series, and he is my one and only in my ride or die, and I would do lots of things.
Yeah.
For just one
So he
chance.
says, so his power works. He puts his hands on someone's temples. He sees
Oh, I
everything
was
that
right.
they
Let's
just
go.
saw.
I couldn't remember the specifics,
Alright.
but that's what I thought.
True. Moving on. She has a little, Dane, if I live. And he's like, if you live.
Oh my god.
And then they move on.
Disgusting.
So then they go to class. Ryerson's a wing leader, but he'll find the way to do it within the rules of Codex, at least when people are watching. I was, his cheeks flush, really good friends with Amber Mavis,
That's it.
the current wing leader for 3rd Wing last year, and I'm telling you the Codex is sacred to them. Now you go first. I'll see you in sparring gym. I'll see you, blah, blah, blah. She walks away, runs into Zayden, and then Zayden clocks everything between her and Dane like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, y'all aren't slick. He's
Hell
like,
no.
there's something going on with you guys.
And I think he's just a
Calls
little
it
bit
out, because I think he's just a wee bit jealous.
Yes,
He
that's
calls
exactly
it
what I was
out.
gonna say. He's a little bit jealous.
And Dane
he wants
thinks
a
of
piece of
it.
that cookie.
Dane thinks of it as a threat, in my opinion,
Yeah.
which is why he tells her to run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he
he thinks
does.
that he's just
He
gonna
like
kill
literally
Violet right
screams
there.
at her like, "Run!" Bitch, he's not gonna kill
Run,
me in the building.
Dane, run, Violet. Dane
Zayden-
orders me
yeah.
now.
Because Zayden said, I already knew your parents are tight, but do you two have to be so fucking obvious? And then he's like,
That's
let me
jealousy
guess,
to me.
childhood friends, first loves even. And then they have a little conversation where she says, he can't hurt you without cause, right? And quotes a article section, whatever. Dane says, correct, but you're not protected by that. He starts walking down the steps, says, I expected you to do a better job of hiding where your affections lie, Eidos. And then that's when Dane says, run, Violet. She runs away.
See,
And that is the end of chapter 4.
Okay, hear me out. I
Discussion.
don't understand why Dane tells her to run when it was more so focused at himself than it was at her.
Yeah, he's not.
You notice
he's
that?
not
Like, he's not
singling
telling
Violet at all.
Violet that. He's singling Dane.
He is, yeah.
So it's like,
He
why
didn't
would you
talk to
tell Violet to run if you're the one he's singing? That didn't make sense to me.
I think it's
Like, I get
because
you're trying to protect her,
Yeah.
but
well, I
it
think
wasn't
it's,
aimed at her. Like, it's just, it's stating facts. It's facts. You should have been more, I don't know, secretive about it.
Yeah.
You're so obvious, pulling her aside all the time, checking up on her all the time. I think in later, next chapter, like 2, he's walking her everywhere because he's like worried that
worried
Zayden's
about
gonna
whatever.
And I'm just like, shut up, bro.
Mhm.
You're making it so obvious. That's why he clocked you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the fact that they both know that Dane can't be touched, but because Violet's there and she can be touched, she needs to go. Because what I think Dane is thinking is that because he can't be punished directly, he's going to punish Violet to punish him.
I don't know.
That's how I interpreted that.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know what he would punish Violet for in that aspect.
That he's going to make something up. He can make up an issue, like, oh, you're violating this because I said so. And nobody can say shit because of his rank.
So you're saying Dane is telling her to get out of there because he might...
He's going to hurt Violet to hurt him. And that's just what Dane's thinking. But he doesn't realize that Xaden...
Had the opportunity to kill her a while ago and didn't.
Well, no, I think he knew that, but I think what he doesn't want to even picture is Xaden actually having feelings for her because of the way that they think of these people. And he also just, I don't think he wants to have his girl be around the obviously hotter looking guy. Me, personally.
Fair enough. Fair point.
True.
I don't want the huzz being rizzed up by the comp. By the ops.
Oh wow.
I immediately got drug out back and bashed my knees in by both of these people for using such nasty brain rot.
So real.
Oh my lord. I just can't believe that was the end of the chapter. It was just like,
Run!
Like, that's corny.
It's
corny.
Whack pad. Whack pad.
Hey, Rebecca, have you traversed the orange hellscape recently?
I don't want to know. But, you know.
Did you have humble beginnings?
Maybe we'll find, like, more information.
Chapter 5, I have some notes. This is where I really start getting into the political world building that I wanted to get into.
I don't know that
Do we want to start a new new episode for chapter 5?
No. I think we just keep going. We're only 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I had a lot for chapter 5.
This is... Okay, so it's chapter 5. We have the blurb right at the beginning. Tori, do you want to read it or do you want me to get?
Oh, you can read this one if you'd like.
So, right here. Because this is exactly where, like, a lot of my theories tie in. I mean, not all of them. But it helps my case. We have here, knowing I am in direct disagreement with General Melgren's orders, I am officially objecting to the plan set forth in today's briefing. It is not this general's opinion that the children of the rebellion's leaders should be forced to witness their parents' executions. No child should watch their parent put to death. This is quoted from the Tirish Rebellion, an official brief for King Tari by General Lilith Sorengale. First of all, gorgeous ass fucking fantasy name for such a strong woman. If you are not religious, you should know that Lilith, in some scripture for some religion somewhere, is Adam's first wife who did not submit to him. So she was cast out into hell, or whatever the fuck. She was just divorced by God. So she's known as this, like, kind of like evil demon woman in most
It's interesting
like
that.
There's a lot of power in her name.
It's Lilith that didn't think that the kids should watch their parents die.
I think.
Because it really ties into the, like...
The execution of Xaden's dad.
Because they say, oh, your mom overseed it. Well, my mom may have overseed it, but did you watch it happen?
That's what I'm saying. Did we ever get confirmation that Xaden watched her kill him? And she oversaw the execution, but did she kill him herself?
Right.
Or did she just have to send the executive order?
Yeah, clearly she was like, she saw that there was some brutality going on, and she was disagreeing with it, at least behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I think she was disagreeing it as from the perspective of a mother.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, she knew that these rebels were parents who, I think, wanted a better life for their kids, or for the kids on the other side of the border. And when the general government consensus was, you all are traitors and enemies of the state, that's where things got nasty. But in the first page of chapter 5, we get to here where they're in battle brief, and they're talking about, like, what your expectations are going to be as a writer. And it says right here, in the past, writers have seldom been called into service before graduation. This is from Professor Devra, as she's going into, I guess, Battle Brief is a class of its own. Where they're training you how to think in a military mindset.
I think you're going with it's kind of like a foreshadowing.
I think it's a foreshadowing. Yeah. I think that there's going to be a huge battle coming up, obviously, because it's fucking...
well, as we get further into the Battle Brief class, we'll kind of learn what's going on within the world and why that, primarily that sentence, is like a foreshadowing into they're going to be called.
Yeah,
like,
they're going to be called. They're going to be calling for some extra writers. They're going to be setting up a new draft. Yeah, this is where I start getting into the conspiracies. I'm going to sound like a fucking tinfoil hatted, like, I'm locking myself in a
aliens
basement.
Are coming!
Yeah, I am going to be getting into some, like, serious government conspiracies. I'm going to sound like I'm a fucking paranoid asshole. Let's see here. Rhiannon's, I think Rhiannon's freaking herself out just a little bit here, because, hold on, let me read this real quick. So sorry. We're gonna cut this part out. So right here, she's, the professor, what's her name again? Deborah. She's explaining what this class is going to be about. This is military strategy, what you're going to get the idea of as, like what each position is, what your place is going to be if you're in that position. And she basically goes, if you cannot grasp these basic topics, then you have no business on the back of a dragon. And Rhiannon's like, no pressure. And then this is where our lovely girl Violet goes, we'll be fine, she whispers to her. Third years have only been sent to Midland Post as reinforcements, never the front. And I put right here, liars for sure, I just know they're using writers as cannon fodder. Cannon fodder, that's what you guys are. You're not seen as, like, soldiers, you're seen as tools.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're tools for the dragons.
Yes. First topic of the day. The Eastern Wing experienced an attack last night near the village of Chakir by a drift of Bravey Griffins and riders.
Oh my god, okay. I just want to say that I love the Battle Brief class. I think it shows a lot of world building, shows a lot of what's going on and kind of what we're going to see in the future.
It gives us
and
a really
it's just
good
like a
dive.
really good insight into, okay, so that's what's going on. But it also makes you like question along with the people in the book. Because they do start asking, well, what questions would you ask? And it's like, so this is their thought process as each character. But even, like, the reader itself is like, yeah, why did, you know, when we get there, like, why did that happen? Like, what are they really looking for? Like, there's a reason. What is the reason?
Yeah. So, information's redacted, but here's what we know. The words faltered along the top of the Esben Mountains, allowing the drift not only to enter Navarian territory, but for their riders to channel and wield sometime around midnight, which is a big, bad deal. So, the words faltering is super bad. That's the only real protection that they have. And Violet says that the reason that the Promeal soldiers are wanting that area is because they're greedy assholes who want more resources.
Greta said, and pause right there, I got lore.
I have it right here. I wrote it down. There's a whole paragraph in my little notebook here. Violet has a visceral hatred for them. She even goes as far to call them greedy assholes who are never content with the resources they have. She then goes to say, unless they learn to be content with our trade agreements, they will never end conscription and they will never be at peace. And here is where my issues lie. She is not thinking about what these people go through every fucking day. I already know, just based off of that, my assumptions, the political climate is horrible. There is so much same continent racism right here that it's boggling to me. Like, it's mind-boggling to me. Like, you don't get it. This is a girl who's grown up, I would say, kind of privileged. She's got a high-ranking mom and I'm sure professors don't make much in any fucking universe, but
I want to say
her
sheltered too.
She's sheltered.
Sheltered.
She's sheltered. She has been
not only privileged but sheltered.
She's been raised to think one way about these people. She has no idea what they're actually like. She doesn't know their cultural values. She doesn't know the struggles they face. This tells me that they actually don't have as much as she thinks they do. I think that their side is hoarding a lot of resources, and that's done on purpose for the sake of war. The best way to win a war is to out-resource your enemy and make sure that they starve to death so that they are not well enough to fight. You impose yourself into them being the victim.
That's true.
It's colonialism at its finest.
Fair enough. I think that's a fair assessment.
I love preaching about politics.
So...
Sorry, you were going to say something.
The war... That's fine. Violet deducts that they were able to restabilize the wards, which is why we're not in a state of high alert right now. So...
There was something really interesting when that conversation was happening, like when they were asking the questions, because then in her own mind, she started questioning, she said it out loud that they must have known something ahead of time because they got there faster than they would have if they only found out once it was attacked.
Right, we're getting there. So,
wait, I'm so
Professor
sorry.
Devra gives some information. 37 civilians were killed in the attack an hour before the squad from the Eastern Wing could arrive, but the Riders and Dragons managed to repel the drift. Based on that information, what questions would you ask? I only want answers from first years first. She studies the map. It seems like Violet can do some...
She knows how to strategize.
She can do war.
Oh, she's crazy in the classroom. At least in that class specifically, she's a monster.
Oh my god, her brain would intimidate the fuck out of me if I was in that same class.
Same.
I would feel like a dummy for even thinking anything.
Like, when she told Ree what question to ask, I literally sat there and was like, wow.
Because I didn't think of that.
Okay. And the fact that the teacher clocked her on it and was like, ask your own questions, I really was like... You're smart enough for this class. You know it.
I think it's because she had in her head from Dane, keep your head down and do not talk during this
That's
brief.
what it was. And I'm like, Dane is holding her back in this situation.
He is. So one of the first years asked, is this the first time the words have faltered? Answer, no. Which is not common knowledge because the room is shocked.
Yeah.
Wait, we're skipping something here. This 400-year-long war. Do they even know what they're fucking fighting about anymore?
Probably not.
What is, like, do they
Let's
know
be honest
what the
here, probably
true
not.
start of that war was?
I mean, I'm sure they know what the start of it was. I'm sure it's written in some history book
But-
somewhere. But whether or not they really continue the hatred in their heart from when the war started, no. Fizzled out. Gone.
I don't believe that even if they say that they have something written from the beginning, that could have... So much changes in 400 years. Just language itself.
Right.
So what they could say, what we could say now, if somebody listens to this podcast in 400 years, if this earth isn't fucking a crisp, we could be probably saying some nasty fucking shit to these people. They have no idea what we're talking about. They wouldn't be able to read this book. You try reading, English from 400 years ago.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You
Thou
have to study
art
classes.
blah, 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 blah.
You gotta study classes to read books just from 400 years ago. Old fucking English. So, do they even know what they're fighting about anymore?
I'm telling you, no.
No.
I guarantee you they don't.
Absolutely not.
They're
so
just
why
continuing it on because that's what the past generation did. That's what the generation before them did.
they're holding up tradition at this point. Mm-hmm. It's tradition to hate these people. It's tradition to fight these people.
Right.
It's tradition to continue on our colonialism.
Right. So they get some more information. One injured dragon, one dead rider. What's next? couple people bicker. Fourth Wing gets told off for picking on each other.
Luca.
And then that's when
Girl
Violet
stuff.
asks Rhiannon to ask what the altitude at the village is. Rhiannon asks, and it's at a little less than 10,000 feet. And then Rhiannon says, just seems like a little high for a planned attack with griffins. And good job, Violet whispers. So
I think this is a really good spot where Violet just is able to just be the nerd that she was born to be. Like, she's
True.
info dumping, and she's honestly, it's useful
It's
for
not
these
even a bad
classmates.
info dump. Like,
No,
it's pretty
this
good.
is important stuff. Like, her classmates should know this stuff. And obviously you get jackasses like Jack who are like just immediately writing her off as some idiot who's only here because her mom is her mom.
mm-hmm.
You know? I mean,
Right.
he's so focused on her mom, it's insane. Like, bro, just to make you got a crush.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Yeah. So
A crush on the mom, not Violet.
So Professor Deborah clocks and
Yeah.
gives her the "Hey, ask your own questions" comment, and then asks Violet why that's important. Violet says griffins aren't as strong at that altitude. Neither is their ability to channel, so it wouldn't make sense for them to attack unless they knew the wards would fail. Especially since the villages are about an hour's flight from the nearest outpost. And then she keeps going. Took an hour for the squad of riders to arrive. And then Violet puts together, they already knew before the attack happened that it was going to happen.
Yep.
They were already on their way.
Yep.
So
Clocked it.
She can read these people like a book.
she can.
They're predictable.
Almost like we're reading this book.
That's exactly what's going on.
An open book,
I'm
you
sorry.
would say. So, right there, it's because Zayden also figures something out there, too. Like, he's already
Oh my
topping
gosh,
off
when
it.
they opened the questions to the
The
second
third years?
and third years, and
Yeah.
then Zayden instantly asked that question, I was like, that was such a good question.
Because they are hiding something. They were looking for
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
That's what Zayden says. The enemy was looking for something, and it wasn't Richards. It's not a gem mining district, which begs the question, what do
What?
we have that they want? And this is where I noted they are hiding things.
Yeah.
They, because the answer right there is, we don't know. You're a fucking liar. You know exactly what they're looking for because you knew exactly when they were going to attack, and you knew to send out
Like,
those
you
riders.
knew some sort of resource was there, either just shipped in, just found.
So
So you were sending someone, writers, to go there, collect it, make sure that it's still there, make sure nothing's missing. When the attack happened, so they were already on their way. So
This
it was just
also-
like a bad timing situation of death.
no. I don't think it was bad timing. I think there's a leak.
Oh my god, you're so right. I didn't even think about that.
There's a leak. Somebody is a rat.
I believe it.
Somebody.
I would believe it.
I think that they are secretly going to be a part of. I think there's a secret rebellion within the government, within the military,
Oh, definitely.
and
gotta be.
I think that's part of the leak. It's going to be somebody that Violet knows.
Okay,
I wonder who.
I'm gonna rule out that it's for 100%. I'm just gonna rule out that it's her mom.
It's not.
I
her
don't
mom.
want to rule out anybody
I'm
just
gonna
yet
rule out that it's her mom.
at this very moment because I'm
I
we're only
think
5 or 6
I'm gonna
chapters in.
give a theory that one professor, what's his name, can see the future. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes. The one
Him.
who wants... No, not the one whose power is wanted. The one whose rank is wanted. The one who can see the...
Melvin?
No. I think it's
no.
Melvin.
I think it's the one who can see the future because if he can see it happen where they ultimately are gonna win, he's gonna want to be in their good graces so he doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
That or maybe
That's
he's the
my
reason
thought.
why they knew that the sigil was going to get attacked. Or the
I thought it was. That's a good theory.
I
like
think
that.
there's a leak. There's a leak somewhere. Somebody's pissing.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, that's
Alright.
a good theory. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So, Battle Group-
Military secrets. They get leaked. Just look online.
So,
They don't have the internet here. They have word of mouth.
On Zayden's, they were looking for something. Nope. Battle brief ends.
Yeah.
And this is where Rhiannon's like, damn, you're fucking smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where she reveals to Rhiannon that she was trained to be a scribe. So she's going to have that good, like... I think this is exactly what her mom wanted. This is what her, like, the minds that her mom wants in the military. Because
Correct.
if you know the questions to ask, you're going to know the answers to seek, you're going to find shit better, and you're going to make a more effective military.
Right.
Because brain beats brawn, but
If you
brawn
only
can
have
get you somewhere.
meatheads, you're only ever gonna have meatheads.
You're not going to get very far. That's
Yeah.
how a lot of people lose wars. It's because they don't think before they act. Which I think she's wanting that smart person thing, because people are going to want to think out every possible non-violent way to get to a solution, whereas the meatheads like Jack just immediately go for killing people.
That's just
Which I think is another part of all other problems, is that they're killing without thinking first. It's a shoot first, ask questions later, when they really should have started asking questions before they even considered the violence.
Mm-hmm. So,
And me personally, I do like a little bit of violence, but come on. 400 years of a war and you don't even know where you're fighting anymore.
Unless someone's 400 plus years old.
I'm griping everything about this. I'm mad.
Okay. So, after battle brief, they go to the sparring ring.
Yes, this is where
this is interesting.
Violet's worried.
Oh, okay.
This is...
I wrote a note there because it comes right after this. I like because Sawyer's been mentioned already.
Mm-hmm.
I like the alliance between Violet, Rhiannon, and Sawyer.
Yes.
Because they're going to teach her how to fight. She's going to teach them the knowledge that they need. So
it's a good trade-off.
It is a really good trade-off. I like the alliance.
Yeah.
I just hope that no one dies in it. Please.
Yeah. So, it's a good deal. Good deal for everybody involved. She's got two people that are really good fighters that want to keep her alive.
Correct.
Right. Like, you want people to want you to be alive.
This is what her mom meant when she, or was it was either her mom or Mira, like, when they were really early on, was like, you, like, don't make friends, don't trust people until you're using them for, like, what was the wording?
Don't make friends, make alliances.
So, yeah, that. That's why I think I used the word alliance,
Mira.
because it was like, this shows that they're going to use each other's assets to their advantage.
And from what I remember reading, at the time, Violet took that as, like, when people started dying, it was, don't make friends because they're going to die.
Right, right.
And I think that's what Mira was trying to say.
Yeah, but now
Mira's seen some shit.
Mira's like, you don't just want people like that you're friendly with. Like, you need people
they're gonna help
that
you.
are going to help you, and you're going to help them. And you don't
it's like
have
a give
to
and take.
Yeah, and they don't always have to be people you like.
Right.
I wonder if
like Zayden?
in the future.
Like
No. I'm thinking maybe we have all this Jack hatred right now. This is a crazy theory that I just thought of. Maybe later on we get some development for him.
I don't think
I
so.
think he may.
I think he's going to
point,
continue to be a dick.
He
Maybe.
is, because
I think
Jack's trying to turn all these people against her.
I don't read that.
I do.
It happens
It literally states it.
I will have to get my memory
stated.
refreshed when we get there later. I've been so...
Correct. It's stated in the part where they're about to do the obstacle course. He literally says, "Oh, well, Jack told me."
Oh, yeah. Okay, that part. Yes. I'm so focused on my military secrets and theories and my kooky tinfoil hat thoughts. I completely forgot about that part.
That Jack told
but
them.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just I like a good redemption arc. I've always been obsessed with Zuko from Avatar, but
Zuko's a once in a million time character. Okay.
I will counter that with some characters later, off the record. No, but I think with all of this hatred that he has, I think there's a lot of room for even development for a side character. Like, side characters also make
I think he needs therapy to get that far.
Mm-hmm. I think there maybe one day there's gonna be something where she's not gonna, like, there's obviously never gonna be a chance where he's gonna be a love interest, but I think that there could be a really strong bond there if it's done properly, if he's developed properly. Obviously, we can't just have him wake up one day after getting slapped in the head.
I'm excited for you to get further into the book.
We get it. You read ahead.
It was my bad. It was
So,
my girl.
Your addiction took over.
It really was. My addiction really said continue reading,
So
and I lost to my addiction.
So next, Jack's in the ring. He kills someone.
This.
Yeah, he snaps his neck and he says, "Oh, well, I didn't know it was gonna break." Yes, the fuck you did.
How was I supposed to know his neck was that weak? He argues, and they just don't acknowledge that. I literally have it in the notes here. Bro casually kills a classmate and gets away with it. Crazy. Like,
well, if it's not your squad mate, it's legal.
the fact that but the fact that nobody is like even phased by it. None of the other classmates are like.
We're in chapter 6, by the way.
We are?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was chapter 6. Never mind.
You better get your notes right.
So they keep going. Another
We need
round
to
of
do PR
fights.
training.
Rhiannon beats Tynan, whatever.
Let me see. Where is it?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, okay, this is what got me.
Tynan.
Nobody knows because listen to this. Trevor, Thomas maybe, there are too many new people to remember who is at this point. Like, she's over here, like, kicking ass, and all Violet can do is go, it starts with a T, and I'm like, this
That's
is
same.
I underlined this, I was like, is this important? And then I'm like, for 2 seconds, and I was like, I think she's just trying to be funny.
No.
Probably.
I think she's just trying to be funny, like,
Or
Rebecca herself.
she's trying to make her relatable because I have a really bad name with names too.
I'm actually...
So it's very relatable for
I
me.
can be good with names. Now, matching them up to the right people, that's where I get a little bad sometimes.
No, I'm
But-
super bad with names.
I can be pretty
I
good
can
with
see
names.
your face and remember that I met you. The name is not
I
there.
think his name is Tynan, the guy that gets his ass mopped.
Correct. Tynan. There you go. Jesus, that guy. Holy.
All right.
I have a lot to unpack with him in later chapters.
Then we keep going. And guess what? Violet ends up in the ring
With a rebel.
with
A rebel child.
Oh god, that was horrific.
That was humbling, and she honestly
It was
needed
very
it.
humbling.
That was a humbling moment. And
What
I
was...
I think it was a reality check that she needed because she's gotten so far and she has gotten her head up to this point where she thinks that she can do it and then she can just scoot on by. but
Imogene, that was her name.
She needs to build up some strength.
Yeah.
Every
needs
time
to-
somebody says Imogen, I read it as Imogen. Sorry.
She has to learn how to correctly fight someone.
She does.
Because she goes on a defense rather than a defense attack.
Yeah.
And it states so that most of her moves are defense.
Mhm.
While she's quick and agile, she needs to learn how to use them to her advantage.
I think
Yeah.
those 6 months of training weren't useful at all in the ways that it needed to be.
I don't
useful
think they
for
were
this point.
useful in regards to fighting. I think they were useful in regards to building up the stamina.
That I
building up
think
the
she was
strength.
bodybuilding is what she
Yeah.
was doing, and she
Yeah.
was learning basic defense moves because she hasn't shown any kind of like,
Attack.
fighting strategy whatsoever.
I think the only attack I can think of is when she had
The knife to his balls.
Jack by the balls.
Yeah, that.
That was it. She knows how to use a knife in the basics,
Yeah.
and she's
Well, it's
shown
not even a knife; it's a dagger. They're daggers, because she has.
They're daggers.
They're 5.
What is the difference between a knife and a dagger?
Well, so a knife can
Dagger
be.
is just woo woo woo, and a
And knives can be long.
Or woo. You can just say it. Just say it.
Knives are shorter than daggers.
That's it.
Oh.
Which is odd because her daggers are in her like rib cage sheaths, so you would think they'd have to be shorter
Yeah, you
to
do.
fit there right. I mean, I've seen
More
short
so
daggers.
daggers are basically just knives that are meant for killing people.
I think she more so has like throwing
Throwing
knives
Yeah.
rather than daggers. I don't know that
They're probably like
really
kunai
is the
or like
difference.
kunai adjacent,
there's something. That's what I picture them as.
or like not
Because
throwing
when she
stars, but-
states how she holds them or like how fast she flings them, I can't imagine them being very big.
Yeah.
And it has to fit in her rib cage. What we know she's small, So they have to be of a smaller size.
That's true.
I
do
think
agree.
what I was thinking is that they were kind of just sticking out the back.
I mean,
don't think
it could.
I don't think she's grown into her daggers yet.
It could.
I think when she builds more body mass, if she builds more body mass, I don't know the direction that Rebecca's
I
going
don't
to
think
take with
she
this
will.
character.
I think she's gonna keep her small and weak, but make that unpredictable.
I think maybe she's going to have a hidden strength after she gets her dragon, because I know they get,
I say the same thing.
I think, they get the magic, they get the sigil, is it? Whatever the heck?
Yeah.
They get that with their dragon, but I think that there's some unspoken,
or it could
benefits.
be like the Court of Thorns and Roses, where she's weak as shit, and then all of a sudden she has all of the powers of all of the people.
Did you get to read all of A Court of Thorns and Roses?
No,
No,
I
he gave
really
up.
hated it after about
I'm not
halfway
talking
through the
to
second
you. I'm talking to this one who also bought the book.
I did
I
buy the book.
hated it halfway through the second one.
I did that with another book series.
I really like ACOTAR.
I love ACOTAR. I'm patiently waiting, but that is
I
not the
don't
subject.
Really mean hate. I mean more like it bored the shit out of me.
I can get that.
Because it was definitely not for me.
That's understandable. If the book's not
You
for
were not the target audience for ACOTAR.
I really wasn't.
Alright, Imogen is in the ring. Imogen
her pink hair.
calls her a bitch, says
Love
her
it.
mom murdered
Same.
her family, comes at her, goes crazy, starts using her powers in the ring. Imogen, not favorite.
Okay,
Violet realizes
We can
Imogen
assume
is
that her
trying-
powers has like something to do with
Kill her.
speed. Something to do with speed.
this is where I lead to
Maybe.
think that when she finally gets her dragon, that there's gonna be some body boosts. Like, she's gonna have some strength. She's gonna have better, like, endurance and speed.
I cannot wait to see what the author gives her because I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that shit.
I'm not even thinking about the special power she's gonna get. I'm just thinking about the baseline that everybody gets. I'm thinking that getting a dragon is kind of similar to being Steve Rogers getting the super
shield.
serum. No, the
Oh.
super serum.
Yeah.
You go into this giant Iron Maiden as a scrawny little twig, and then you come out and
Bodybuild.
everybody's staring at your new titties. And you're also sweaty.
Yeah.
So I think it's not going to be on that extreme level where she's going to come out as like a muscle mommy like Raven Reyes or who's
She-Hulk.
Rhea Ripley. That girl. She's not going to come out like Rhea Ripley, but she's definitely going to be stronger. She's going to reflect, her body is going to reflect her mind, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's interesting.
In a way.
Yeah, I don't imagine her getting bigger.
She's not going to be like insane, but
I feel like she'll like fill out,
yeah,
but she's not gonna be like
kind of like
bodybuilder.
another character that we know.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's fair. So Imogen tries to stab her. The armor saves her.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, "What the fuck is this? What is this made out of?"
Who is it? Is it Dane that says stop using your powers in the map?
Yep. It's
It is
Dane.
Dane, because Dane, of course, can't help but breathe without. He can't breathe if he's not.
Okay, but Imogen's trying to kill her. Like, lay
And
off
her,
Dane.
okay, in Imogen's defense, she was goading her. You can't. This girl is very clearly gonna overpower her in just about every way, and you decide to talk shit
Yeah.
about her mother. No, you can't make a your mom joke to somebody who's gonna kill you.
Okay.
You're set.
Then
You've looked at the firecrackers and you've decided to light them in your own home. Your flammable home made of straw.
Violet won't yield. Imogen breaks her arm. Or her shoulder.
Yeah.
Her shoulder.
Breaks her
She
shoulder,
dislocates
blacks
her shoulder.
out.
Her shoulder.
And
And that's the
that.
end.
And chapter 5.